Wasteman.
What's going on YouTube? So this is actually my very first voiceover on a workout, and the reason that I'm going to start doing voiceovers is purely just to speed the videos up and make sure everything is straight to the point. So I've just started a new training regime. It's known as 5x5 training, and the idea is to just build strength over a period of 8 to 12 weeks. Now, I'm also going to be adding in, as you will see, some assistance exercise that I'll be working in a hypertrophy rep range, so 8 to 12 reps, so that I can build a little bit of size as well. Now, how the program works is that I'm going to be training on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so it's only 3 times a week, and it's all compound movements. So I will squat on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I will bench on a Monday and a Friday, and I will row on a Monday and a Friday. Now, on a Wednesday, I'll do squat, overhead press, and a deadlift. So again, all compound movements that require a lot of energy, and again, 5x5, I'm going to be using heavier weights. So, as you can see now, I'm making sure that I'm having a thorough warm-up, always starting with some foam rolling, then going into some stretching, dynamic stretching as well, so with movement, and doing some mobility work with some bands as well. So just opening up and preparing the body for the actual workout itself. So I'm just changing from my Nike Metcon 3s into my Reebok Nanos, and that's purely because the Reebok Nanos are great for squatting in and for doing my compound movements. Nice sturdy base and perfect for my form and driving everything through the hill. So as you can see here with my warm-up set, just using the bar, my hips come back first. I'm just coming down to below 90 and my elbows are pinned forward. And you're going to see that again in a second. So as I come under the bar then, guys, I'm just making sure that the bar is resting on the upper trap, so the soft fleshy part of the back. I pin the elbows forward, I keep the chest up, looking straight ahead, and I push my hips back, and maintaining this form ensures that the weight stays over my heels. And that's going to put more emphasis on the quads, which is what we want to be targeting with a squat. So one of the other reasons that I wanted to do the 5x5 training was over the past few years, I've picked up a number of injuries, and more recently, my rotator cuff's been playing up, and it's simply a result of when I first started training, I used to lift with my ego and not my ability. I was trying to lift way too heavy, picked up some dodgy technique, and it wasn't until, I don't know, maybe a year and a half ago that I really started to focus on my posture and stretching and foam rolling and preparing for exercise, and yeah, taking my time and making sure that the muscle that I was targeting was undergoing optimal tension, that mind to muscle connection. And since I started doing that, I came on leaps and bounds. So I'm onto the working weight here at 72.5 kilograms, so by no means a heavy weight, but with the 5x5 training, it's all about progression. It's all about stripping everything back to basics and focusing on your form, your technique, getting that full range of motion, and getting the most out of that exercise. So that in 8 weeks' time, I should be able to be shifting 140, 3 plates aside for good quality reps. Following on from the squat then, we move on to the next compound movement, which is the barbell bench press. And as you can see here, I'm taking a typical powerlifting stance. My feet and heels are driven into the ground underneath the bench. My shoulders are retracted. I'm coming down to the nipple line with the bar and then powering up and through as I exhale, driving up. Now, the reason I like to take the powerlifting stance when doing the 5x5 training, especially on chest, is purely for the fact that I'm able to contract through the chest in its entirety. It reduces tension on the front of the shoulder, the front deltoid, and I'm able to just power up and through. So even though I do have an arch in my lower back, I'm not feeling any tension through there because my heels are driving into the floor and everything is controlled and driving through my chest. The third and final compound movement then, before we move on to the assistance exercises, is the bent over barbell row. And as you can see here, I'm maintaining neutral spine by pushing my hips back, engaging my core, retracting my shoulder blades and looking at the floor. And this is essential for making sure that the upper back is doing all the work here. So you'll notice I reset the bar every single time it comes down. I retract the shoulder blades and ensure I'm controlling the movement up and controlling it down. So concentric now, and then the eccentric is the lengthening of the muscle as you lower the weight now. Rows and deadlifts, guys, are two big, powerful compound movements that are really going to help with your upper back development. And that's only going to help to improve your squat and your bench press as well. So quick leg check here. By no means anywhere near where I want to be, but certainly hoping that over the next 8 to 12 weeks, when I'm squatting on a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with the 5x5 training, that I'm going to see some increase in size and certainly huge development in strength, which is only going to allow me to then hit 8 to 12 reps for hypertrophy to build size at a heavier weight. So once again, guys, I cannot emphasize enough how important it is to get those hips shifted back, core tight, and retract the shoulder blades to maintain neutral spine. So many people, when doing bent over rows or deadlifts, will do it in front of a mirror, looking up and breaking that neutral spine. That's only going to put extra strain through the neck. So I'm now moving on to the first of 3 assistance exercises, which all have to be either a body weight or a barbell movement, just to make sure it's still compound, multi-joint, multi-muscle exercise. And starting here with bodyweight dips. Now this will progress over each week to become weighted dips, but for the moment I'm hitting 3 sets of 10 reps for hypertrophy. As you can see, controlled movement down, and I'm using the chest to drive back up, assisting with the triceps where necessary. Now we're moving on to a close grip barbell bench press. Again, my chest and my legs are my weak areas, so for 2017 my goal was to really work on developing those. So here I'm retracting the shoulder blades again and really trying to engage the chest to drive this up, and only using my triceps where necessary to assist. So I'm inhaling as I come down and then exhaling as I drive up for the concentric part of the movement. Again, very controlled, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Full range of motion here as well. So all the way down to the chest at the nipple line, driving all the way out, locking out at the top, driving through the chest and keeping that tension on the chest there. Now, the longer we can keep the muscle under tension, the more micro tears that we can cause. The more micro tears that we can cause, the more growth potential there is. So again, nice controlled movement on the eccentric, which is the lowering phase, the lengthening of the muscle, and then powerful contraction up and through for the concentric, which is just shortening of the muscle. So the next exercise we're going on to, and as the final exercise, are skull crushers, and we're going to be doing 2 sets of 8 reps. Now with the close grip bench press we did 5 sets of 5 again, but with the dips and the skull crushers we're working in a hypertrophy rep range. So again, nice control movements, forcing the muscle to undergo optimal tension, 2 seconds down, 2 seconds up, and here all I'm focusing on is the triceps, making sure that they're squeezing hard and contracting all the way through for full range of motion. The key with any movement, guys, is to eliminate momentum, and we can do that by purely engaging the core, focusing on proper technique and form, and just controlling the movement, lifting with our ability and not our ego. So use a weight that you can control for the full range of motion, and force that muscle to contract the whole way through. It's just as important to control the movement on the eccentrics, so the lowering phase here, as it is on the contraction driving up. You're going to get just as many micro tears controlling the weight down as you are in the pressing or pushing part of the rep. And that's the end of the workout. 6 total exercises, starting off with your 3 big compound movements and then following up with 3 compound assistance exercises. Now, as you can see here, guys, and I cannot stress enough, please make sure that you are taking the time to cool down properly and stretch out your body. It's going to help you to stay injury free. It's going to improve your flexibility, your posture, and your range of motion, ultimately allowing you to prepare your body for exercise next time round. What's going on, guys? So just back from the gym. Such an awesome workout. Really enjoying these 5x5 workouts. And as you saw in the video, I'm not even lifting that heavy at the moment. I'm finding the compound movements fairly easy, but then when you integrate the assistant exercises, so we did the dips, the skull crushers, and the close grip bench press for hypertrophy reps, it does make it a lot more challenging, but I am noticing progression because of that on each workout. So obviously today was only the first week, third workout. I should have already started filming it all on Monday, but it is what it is, and better late than never, eh? So gonna knock up some food now. I'm absolutely starving. Carbohydrates, protein, and some greens. Gonna have a steak, I think. So one thing that I am noticing with the 5x5 training, even though I'm only doing the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm so much more, like I'm ravenous, I'm so hungry all the time, and these big compound movements, because I'm doing like a full body workout each day, I'm just like getting through food like there's no tomorrow, and still my weight hasn't really fluctuated. So I'm gonna see what I'm weighing on Sunday morning, and if my weight's still the same, then I'm just gonna simply up my calories, because I do want to put on some lean mass, build that strength up over the next 8 weeks or so, and the only way I'm going to do that is by feeding and fueling my body. So I'm going to reassess on Sunday and then go from there. Bon appetit. That literally took all of 5 minutes. Steamed the vegetables and the rice in the microwave. The steak is a thin cut sirloin steak, so real quick, easy, convenient meal. Have no doubt it's going to taste amazing, and yeah, going to get this down my neck. That's the one. Give it a go, can't go wrong. Steak, rice, greens, perfect post-workout meal. Right guys, I'm going to call it a day and get this down my neck. As always, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, and stay safe. I'll catch you next time around.